Hold on. We're almost there. And I think we are there. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spotlight. This is edition number 23. 23 weeks of promoting local artists, local creators, local movers and shakers. And today we have a really special broadcast because I have a new friend that is going to be joining me in a second. She is a jack of all trades. She will take you on a bicycle tour. She will cook and prepare amazing peanut butter and cashew butter for you. She's an actor and she is a Spanish teacher, and she is Agus 80?
80 Leda.
80 Leda.
Yes. Hi.
How are you doing?
Oh, good. Thank you for having me here.
It is a pleasure to see you. It seems like we've crossed paths a number of times. We've crossed paths on this. Well, you were on the stage,
Yeah.
because you work with Teatro Sin Borders.
Yes.
And
yes.
then we crossed paths again here at the joint when you were doing the ladies market.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought this cashew peanut butter that, oh my God, it is absolutely delicious. And you're also starting to do tours around the city, which is absolutely awesome.
Mm-hmm.
How did you come to Puerto Vallarta? What's your origin story?
So it was basically by chance that I came here. I left Argentina. I'm from there when I was 25, and I backpacked for a year. I went to Guatemala. I met a sister from another mister there, and we started to have our share of adventures there. Among them, traveling with a stray dog, huge, going to the chicken buses, all that good stuff. And she lived here in Puerto Vallarta. Mm-hmm. So she invited me to come over, and I was juggling with the possibility of going back to Bacalar, which is one of the places that I originally visited, among others in Mexico.
Uh-huh.
But when she proposed this, I kind of like put in the scale, do I want to go somewhere that I already know, or would I like to engage in a new adventure? So that's how I ended up here.
And how long ago was that?
9 years ago.
9 years ago. Had you been here before?
No.
And take me back to the moment in which you decided to live here. What happened, and how soon after you arrived did it happen?
So I got to say, Paco, this love for PV and also me living here, it was something that took some time, because when I first got here, I was like, okay, I'm going to stay here for a few months. I was living a very nomadic backpacker life, and I was like, okay, I like the vibe of this town. I'm going to live here for a couple of months. They go back to Argentina, they go towards Europe. I was like all over the world. However, I fell in love here. I met a boyfriend that we're no longer together, but all good,
Oh, good.
Yeah, like I gave love a chance, basically. And even though that relationship didn't work out, because I decided to stay and give it a shot, I started to fall in love with PV in its different ways. So then I just said, I want to stay here. And I'm settled.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, you bring a lot of things to the table, and I'm so excited to have a conversation with you, because one thing that I've learned, you tell me what you think about this. One thing that I've learned about Puerto Vallarta is you don't come here, and this is important, you guys, the table is not set for you. You have to find your place.
100%.
So of all the things that you're doing now, what was your first attempt to finding your place at the table in Puerto Vallarta?
So teaching, actually, because once I decided to live here and not just work maybe at bars, or having those jobs that are like seasonal, and that those like don't bring a lot of bread to the table and it's a lot of hassle. I have an English teaching degree. That's what like my passion forever in languages. That's how it all started. And one day I woke up and I said, okay, if I want to live here, I'm gonna bring my degree in, gonna make it useful.
Mm-hmm.
And like in the lookout, that's how I like got hired at a local bilingual school. And I would say that was my first, that was my first moment.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And you started teaching English or Spanish or
English.
English?
I taught English to kindergarten kids.
Mhm.
So I had kinder too. These are kids between 3 and 4 years old. And I would walk with them through the transition from, toddlers into more independent little kids
Mhm.
in an English speaking environment. So in my classes, Puerto Vallarta is becoming more and more transcultural.
Yes.
So I would have like, all types of kids. I would have, the kid that's like the son of the plumber, and also I would have, the kid that is the fruit of the love between an American and a Mexican, or a Cuban and a Mexican. It was very beautiful. Yeah, like my kiddos, they're a rainbow of beauties, all of them.
And when did you start like formally teaching Spanish for English speaking locals? Because that's one, I mean, you get great reviews from a couple of people out there that say you are the Spanish teacher to pursue.
Thank you.
When did this happen, or how did this
So
begin?
I would say COVID.
Mhm.
COVID, because as you know, here in Puerto Vallarta, since it's like a tourist town, when COVID hit, guys, we were under the weather down here. Like everything was closed, even the beach. And like in that moment, I was already working as a tour guide, and like the tour company in which I was working with had to shut down because no people were coming and we couldn't do our jobs. So I started teaching English online. And since I also studied translation back in Argentina,
Mhm.
I have very deep knowledges of very deep knowledge, I'm sorry, of Spanish as well. So I said, okay, I'm going to give it a shot. And I started online Spanish teaching to kids from Canada and the States. And then as time passed by, I've seen like this need of a lesson for adults. It's not your typical dull Spanish lesson. And one thing that I am is passionate about what the things that I do. I love teaching. I love exchanging, like knowledges with all my students, and from the little, like the tiniest ones to like my small senior students. They bring their uniqueness to the table, and I'm an avid learner, so that exchange makes me grow. And seeing people achieve their like language goals, they're having fun, that makes my day, literally.
I have a couple of photos here that you shared with me. Here you are working with a couple of ladies.
Mhm.
Do you choose to work with groups or one-on-one? What do you enjoy better?
So there are definitely like two different dynamics
Mhm.
with the groups. I love, for as groups are concerned, I like the variety, and the livelihood that it brings. And I'm also, like there's not one class that's the same. Like the energy changes, the dynamic changes, and I'm like very excited to see how we're going to like connect in a big group.
Mhm.
And how like people, I love also when after the adaptation period occurs, how mingling, they start building bridges among each other, not only adults, kids. It's beautiful to watch as well. And the beauty of the one-on-one, on another hand, which I also do, I also provide one-on-one Spanish lessons, is that I can adjust more to what the student is demanding.
Mhm.
Well, what's needing. I do that in the like. I try to do that also in big groups, and I've like had reduced. Right now, I'm doing like reduced groups, but I had classes of 30, 40 people. you know.
Let's talk for a moment about something that I love talking about. Spanish lesson on the fly, because there is at least, you're from Argentina,
Sí.
and there's at least one Spanish word in Mexico that we use all the time, and it's very friendly and family oriented, that is not a very nice word in Argentina, as I understand it.
They surprised me because there are a couple, let me tell you.
Oh well, let's have a little something, because here we I can't believe we're going there, but I'm loving every minute of it. And this reminds me, if anybody has any questions, and that goes to our lovely audience, which is joining us here at the Cafe Rio. We have an audience. This is wonderful. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to chime out. But I know that if I go into a bakery in Mexico, okay,
Oh, wow.
what is the question?
Yes.
Know more about that. Maybe we can include it here in the video, so it will be nice. Next time that we come and bring all the things like that.
Oh, wonderful.
I
See,
love that.
La Jefa has spoken. La Jefa from the Joint Boutique Hotel is listening, and we will get to talk about your wonderful cashew butter and all the other things that you prepare. Because this is a great place to sell, well, I call them chingaderas. And I use the word chingaderas quite frequently in my broadcast, and everybody knows that it is not a polite word. But back to the bakery.
Okay.
I know that in Mexico, I can go into a bakery and order a delicious, freshly made concha. A delicious, tasty, you just want to dive into the concha. Please tell everyone what concha is in Argentina. Or do you want me to say it?
We I can say it. I'm going to be like audience friendly.
It looks like thick.
So it's a delicious kitty.
A delicious what?
Kitty.
You call it the kitty?
Yeah, that's like slang for kitty. But
Yes.
well, the GG.
We're talking about the French would say le vagine.
Ooh,
Ooh.
fancy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. So don't go. What I'm trying to say is, if you go to Argentina, don't go into a bakery expecting to buy a concha, because what you will actually be saying is, I want a freshly baked vagine.
Mhm. I mean, you can, but you have to be aware what you're about to say. You know, it may sound like a sassy invitation, you know.
You know, here in Spanish, in Mexico, for example, cachondear is to make out. And in Spain, cachondear is just to go and have fun, you know?
Yeah.
So what kind of other words do you think get us in trouble between Mexico and Argentina?
Okay, so the first one that came into my mind, and it's kind of originalism from where my family is in Argentina, it's the word ocote.
Ocote.
Ocote. So if the audience doesn't know, ocote is here in Mexico is like they're like some sticks that you use to start a fire.
Yes.
Right?
Mhm.
In Argentina, especially in the province of Córdoba, where my family is from,
Uh-huh.
ocote is
Oh, you can say it.
okay. It's as
Culo.
culo.
Okay.
So
Well, you know, you can light a fire with a good. Well, never mind. Never mind. We're playing word games. Let us take a quick look at some of the comments before we move into other topics. Gigi says that you have the best peanut butter, and we have to talk about that yet. We're still in Spanish lesson mode. Oh my God, hola maestra, terminamos nuestra tarea. Mark Jennings. Is Mark taking classes with you? That is so awesome.
Oh, Marca Linda. Mwah, mwah,
Let's see
mwah.
what else we have. Let's go for conchas. No, I'm just kidding. Absolutely, you have to find your place, especially have to not try to turn it into where you came from. Oh, absolutely. I always say to people that want to come to Mexico, leave your expectations
Mhm.
at the border.
Exactly.
There's a question from Dale, who is totally modern because she's sitting next to us, but she
Oh.
submitted her question via the interface. What are the fees for the Spanish lessons? Gracias.
Oh, gracias, Dale. So, for the group sessions, the 2-hour group sessions that I'm currently hosting at the Marina neighborhood, the drop-ins are 650 Mexican pesos. This is a 2-hour course. We have a comfortable venue with AC, homemade snacks, and all the class materials included. For one-on-one, in-person, at home Spanish lessons is 500 Mexican pesos per hour, or if you come to my place or online, it's 350.
Okay, before, as long as we started to talk about people wanting to connect, what is your preferred way for people to contact you? Email, WhatsApp, Facebook?
Facebook and WhatsApp.
Okay,
Mhm.
why don't you give me your Facebook page,
Mhm.
facebook.com/Agus
80 Leda.
80 Leda.
Yes.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay, let me add this to the, hold on just a second, just being a little technical here for a moment, because we want people to be able to connect with you. And there it is. Okay, so we're going to start talking about other topics. We're going to get away from language, because I also want to talk about the cashew peanut butter.
Mhm.
And tell me about when and how did you decide you wanted to start doing those things?
So, Semillas Aztlán, which is my spread business, also we started during COVID. And it was born by my, let's say, it was my personal quest of finding a delicious peanut butter without additives and without conservatives. I love peanuts ever since I can remember, even though they're like peanut butter itself is not a thing in Argentina. When I came here to Mexico, a lot of people did it, right? And oof, I loved it. But here's the thing, I hate preservatives. And like the Skippy one, the Aladino, oh, they tasted weird. So with a little
Chingadera.
a little chingadera, I would do my peanut butter, and I would break the chingadera because it was like the motor, like the engine was too little for what I wanted to do.
Then it was an authentic chingadera.
It was, yes, exactly. It was a true chingadera, true to its word. So yeah, and that quest of finding like an organic, delicious peanut butter,
Mhm.
and I started to make it at home.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, ooh, this is good. I started to make it for my friends. And when I had friends over, I like to be a hostess, so I would like provide snacks and stuff, and among them my peanut butter. And they were like, oh my God, this is good. So I started to provide my friends with peanut butter, and that's how it started. And then I added, like later on, I added the cashew, which was a
You're-
likeness from the heavens and the goddesses and the gods.
I
Like
bought a jar of cashew butter from you without making a connection
Mhm.
that we would have this conversation a few
Yeah.
weeks later. And I got home and I went to the supermarket and I bought a roll of Ritz crackers.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite way to enjoy it. And it is good. It is so good. If you guys, I mean, yes, yes. Now, where, aside from, we have your Facebook page, are you selling at a market right now? Because I mean, you came to a special old ladies market here,
Yeah.
which was organized by Zizi.
By Sisi,
Yes.
exactly. What's the Queen's Bazaar?
Yeah, the Queen's Bazaar.
Mhm.
Are you at any market right now?
I'm gonna be actually on Sunday on the Pleasant Uprisings graduation party It's going to be during Sunday. If I'm not mistaken, at Rancho Alegre, if I'm not mistaken, but I have to double check that information. But yeah, that's the market that I'm going to be.
Fantastic.
Yes. And then I do like home to home deliveries.
Oh, terrific.
Mhm.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Is there anything before we move into other topics?
Yeah.
We've covered enough of the Spanish.
Mhm.
Have we covered enough about the peanut butters and all that stuff? What other products are you making?
So right now I'm making classic peanut butter, which is creamy, crunchy peanut butter, spicy peanut butter
Get out.
with chile de árbol. Mm.
No. Ooh, I was going to say a nasty expression.
I know.
Yeah, I was going to
Ugh.
say the M expression.
It's a deliciously nasty experience.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So
This is fantastic. Okay, so we also have to talk
mm,
about your brand new venture. Let me put this on the screen because you told me you wanted to talk about this, and I am going to show the logo. Da 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 da. Asan Crew.
yes.
Talk to me about Asan Crew.
So Asan Crew is an emerging tours and experience company that I started this year. Actually, in keeping with my teaching, I also, as I mentioned in the very beginning of this interview, I worked as a tour guide for many years, and I used to do ATV tour rides on ATVs, on motorcycles. I was a surf instructor, a paddleboard instructor, yeah, chain of all trades. You can see.
Pinche bata loca. I love it.
I'm extreme. I'm a little extreme woman.
I
And
love it.
also the bikes. So I've been working for this company called Shutla Riders for many years. Like I'm very grateful for my times over there. I learned a lot, and it was tough at the beginning, because it's an all male world, the one on the ATVs, and I was like the queen over there. So I got stepped up, So I brought all my sassiness, and I became humble and learn. And as time passed by, I realized that being a Jane of all trades, you can bring into your daily life all your expertises, right? And right now I'm in this moment where I felt it was time for me to step up and start my own project.
That's
I
wonderful.
felt ready. I was kind of scared a couple of years before.
Mhm.
I don't know. I felt like I needed a little more time, to get expertise going. And yeah, I started with the bikes. I'm now planning on adding tour experiences, combining Spanish and, for example, tequila tasting experiences. I just launched, a little survey on different platforms to inquire about this idea that I have, and maybe our audience can help us out about having like a daytime activity with bikes and horseback riding.
Time out. You actually, oh my God, I'm loving this woman. I'm loving this woman. You actually went out and did a survey. I bow in your general direction because that has to be the smartest thing to do. I'm a big survey queen. I love surveys. And I am so grateful that people at Coffee and Headlines and here at the Spotlight are always trying to send me information about what they are interested in. I think doing surveys is so important. What did you find out in your surveys?
So in the surveys that I did about this combined bike tour and horseback ride, actually PV is wanting the bike ride experience, which I already have. So it's amazing, I have other ideas in mind, mixing bicycles with, for example, nature appreciation. I have in my team one of the guys. He's a biologist, so he's so knowledgeable about the flora and the fauna in our region. And through my years of experience as a tour guide, I realized that there are a lot of very curious travelers that just want to know about their surroundings, And I thought, wow, what a cool way, I could mix bicycles and general knowledge, and I'm going to do it and in a specific venue. I do have that option right now with the city tour, in which I tell people about Puerto Vallarta's history, and I give local recommendations as well. As well as I share, information on flora and fauna. But there's going to be soon a tour that is focused on, yes, of nature appreciation.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Let's take a pause for a second.
Yeah.
Because I am finding out, I read a comment,
Yeah.
and even though your name on Facebook is Agus Eitileda,
Mhm.
your actual Facebook page
Mhm.
has a different name. So I'm going to correct that.
I apologize.
No,
Let me
no, no, no.
double
That's
check.
okay. That's okay. While you were talking, I did the search.
Oh,
I know.
thank you so much.
We try
Oh my
to-
God, you're all over. Thank you.
We try. Well, you're all over the place. You're all over the place doing all those chingaderas that you do.
Yeah, right?
So I love it. So let me just save this and let me put it up on the screen again. Maria Agustina Llenas.
That's actually my name.
Yes,
Mhm.
but everybody knows you as Agus.
Yes, everybody knows me as Agus, and like the name that I go by is Agus Eitileda.
Yes. Okay. So Agus Eitileda, we have just corrected this little mistake. So I'm actually very grateful to Lynn, who said, I tried going to facebook.com/Agus Eitileda and nothing came up. Well, now we know.
Thank you.
Yes. So you're excited about the tours. You're excited about your peanut butter. You're excited about your classes. You're also an actor.
Yes, I am.
And I saw you on stage at the last production that Teatro Sin Borders did.
Mhm.
How was that? Uh-huh.
And in the last production, I played Audrey.
Uh-huh.
She was an early 20 character, very bubbly. I was roller skating on stage.
I remember that.
Amazing.
Yes.
I had a great time. And my boo on the play is my dear friend Teal. And then all my love.
Jill Divine.
Teal Divine.
We love you.
Amazing oracle queen goddess. Please reach out also. And yeah, I had a great time.
Mhm.
And I'm, again, also very grateful with Teatro Sin Borders.
Are you going to be in the next production?
Yes, I'm gonna have like a more minor role, but I'll be helping backstage. I love Teatro Sin Borders, so whether it's on stage, backstage, I'm a Jane of all trades. So
Sandy has done an excellent job, and she's surrounded herself with really inspiring people like you. I think that is absolutely wonderful. What are we missing? Have we talked about everything you wanted to talk about? I've shown your photos. We've had a good time.
last but not least, I'm also a certified calisthenics coach, and I also give private workouts.
And private workouts would be at people's homes. Uh-huh.
Yes, or maybe getting together and arranging on a location that we find most suitable, because sometimes people are like, yeah, I prefer to go outside of my house because it's a little mess. It's like, don't worry, it's okay, we just need our own bodies and the equipment, and I have my own equipment, But some people prefer to go outdoors, so I usually go to the stadium. Agustin Flores
Contreras, yeah.
Yeah, the one that's in front of the Sheraton.
Yes, otherwise known as the City Stadium.
Yeah, the city stadium.
Yeah.
It has a very nice outdoor gym. That's where I also work out calisthenics. It's amazing.
That is awesome.
Mhm.
Now, when you reached out to the Spotlight, you indicated that you might be considering doing a giveaway.
Mhm.
Is that still the case?
That's still the case.
Okay, what are you interested in giving away today? Because we have a little system. We're going to do a little raffle.
Okay. So, how about a bike experience?
A bike experience.
A bike experience, yes.
For how many people?
A couple's bike experience.
A couple's
Mhm.
bike experience.
Yes. And the winner can choose either if they want a city experience, a mountain experience, or a cross-country experience.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so you've heard this. We are giving, well, not we, but Agus is giving away a bicycle tour, a bicycle experience for 2 people. It can be a city experience, it can be a country
Yeah, cross-country.
experience. Okay, so we're going to set this up. If you're interested in winning a bicycle tour experience with Agus, just write the word bicycle, BICYCLE, in your comment. And while you're doing that, I'm going to set this up. La, 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 la. The keyword is bicycle. I love it. And we're going to give it a few minutes, well, a couple of seconds, so that people have a chance to write the word. I see that at least 1, 2, 3, 4 people have, ooh, this is exciting. This is so exciting. What else? Do you have any plans for the coming season, the fall? Are you going to change anything, bring in new experiences, or?
So yeah, I'm in a very creative moment, and I'm like in the process of adding more experiences into my catalog. For the moment, like the what I have right now are the tours, the bike tours, and this upcoming experience, with bicycles and horses. But as I was telling you, I'm still like thinking about like bike and botanicals, Spanish and tequila. I'm thinking about things.
Good for
Yes.
you. This brings me to an important point. You have managed to find your place at the table. What kind of advice would you give to the viewers that may be just arriving in Puerto Vallarta? They're like, oh my God, I live in this city now. How do I find my slice of the pie? How do I find my place at the table?
Oh my God, Paco, that's an amazing question. Let me tell you, like, bravo. And guys, I would say to surrender.
Surrender's a good word.
Surrender. Yeah, but like I want to add something also, like a positive adjective. Can you help me with that one? Like to gracefully surrender.
I think that's good.
Yeah, right. I invite everyone to gracefully surrender to PV and don't fall into comparisons on how your place of origin is and like what Puerto Vallarta is, because like they are different things. None of like it's not better, it's not worse. It's a different thing. It's a different experience, and I think that sometimes, and I'm speaking for all of us expats from different parts of the world, of course, we go through this cultural clash, because like we grew up in a certain society, our cultures are shaped in a certain way, and then we go out, we leave home, we come into this new place, and the rules of the game are different.
Yes,
So-
everywhere.
Exactly.
Everywhere you go.
Gently surrender to the place, learn the ways of the place, and open yourself.
I think that is as valuable feedback as we can get. Let me check. Thank you very much. That is so insightful. And it's very, I mean, I was just doing an interview with a real estate agent, and he asked me what my comments were for people that were looking to relocate to Puerto Vallarta. And one of the first things that I said, which I didn't say it as elegantly as you did, I just said, check your expectations at the border. Tómala.
Straightforward. Así.
Tómala.
Lo que es.
See, let's see. Let me take a quick look to see if there are any other interesting questions.
Oh, you naughty
My
Brian.
snarky Brian says, I used to love conchas. Well, I'm happy to eat all the conchas that you don't want to eat, provided they are Mexican conchas. Not really interested in the Argentinian variety myself. We've answered the question about how much your Spanish lessons are. Claude says, Hola, Agustina from Lucas and Claudio in the mountains with the yellow safari. Do you know them?
Oh my God.
They're my brothers.
It's so crazy because I know them and I don't know them.
Okay, talk to me because this is
So amazing. So I worked as a ATV tour guide for around 5 years, right?
oh, you've said enough. You've seen them out there.
Exactly. Like they live in one of my daily offices, and like I would always see them, and they were always like, they're this beautiful couple. They're always happy, spreading the love, and like I'm driving all happy because I love to drive vehicles. And then I would see them, it's like, hello, hello. And like usually that was our exchange for like 5 years, like saying hello with a lot of love. And the world is so small that my roomie is dating their stepson.
Get out. Your roommate is dating Nano?
Yes.
Well, you probably don't know Nano Nano by his
By
real name.
Damien.
Yeah, Damien, but they call him, well, that's a
Go ahead,
long
Nano,
story.
yeah.
I will share the Nano story some of the time, but Claudio and Lucas, Claudio and Lucas are like my little baby brothers. They are my world is incomplete without them in my life. And I just saw them this weekend. We were up at Canopy River having brunch. And they live over there, they have a beautiful house.
Mhm.
How did we get into that? Oh, they said hello. Dale asks, what area do you live in? Where in Puerto Vallarta do you live in?
I live by the mountains at a neighborhood called Playa Grande.
Oh, wonderful.
Mhm.
Wonderful. I know back there. It's a beautiful place.
Oh yeah, I live 1 block away from the river, so oof.
Albert thinks I should get high by eating a brownie with cashew butter.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
I think that is a great idea. Thank you very much for that, Albert. Let's see what else we have. Oh, Zizi. Well, I call her Zizi because it sounds fabulous. Zizi says, yay, I'm so excited to get more peanut butter at Salon Rancho Alegre this Sunday. That's the detail that we were looking for.
Yes, thank you, Cici, for that. Yeah, Rancho
Yes.
Alegre.
Let's see, there's another, Agus, who is your best student ever? Never mind, I know it's me, says Mark Jennings.
He's such a rascal.
He is a rascal. And look at all the people that are interested in the bicycle tours. I think it's time to do the drawing. Well, wait a second. Mark says, where does tiki come from? Is that something dirty I should know?
Not dirty. That's like, how would you say in English? What's the English for muletilla? Like something that you repeat a lot, like wait in Mexican.
Oh,
Or chingaderas. Tiki tiki is my chingaderas.
oh, there you go.
It's my chingaderas.
There
So
you go.
I'm speaking and then I would say, tiki tiki taka taka.
Oh, that sounds very Argentinian to
It's
me.
very Argentine.
Yeah, when I'm doing my broadcast and I start singing, I start like doo 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 doo, and that would be kind of like my tiki tiki. Okay, let's take a quick look at the raffle to see what is going on here because we've had such a great conversation. We decided we would use the word bicycle, and let's see how many people have. Oh, we have 12 people that
Okay.
want to win. Let's do the drawing. And Pat Reese. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. So my dear friend Pat, who is amazing, has won the bicycle tour for 2. She's an awesome lady. I know her well.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yes. So Pat, please connect directly with Agus. We now have the Facebook page going on the bottom,
Mhm.
and I know that it is the correct Facebook page.
Yes.
Agus, what a pleasure to have this sit down.
It was a delight.
It was absolutely wonderful. Please, whenever you're doing anything new and exciting, feel free to come back to the spotlight. This is all about promoting what everybody's doing in town. Do you have any parting thoughts for anyone out there?
I wish you all a beautiful day and keep it smiling, keep it happy.
And when you run out of words, tiki, tiki, tiki.
Taka taka.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. As you know, if you have any questions, comments, let me know. If you know of anyone that we should get to know better, like we got to know Agus today, please let them know that we're always here at the Joint on Wednesdays at 4 o'clock. We have a rotating registration form every week on Facebook. This is the spotlight where we hope to connect with many, many more wonderful people like Agustina Agus.
Gracias.
I'll see you guys soon.
Bye.